Before I begin my speech, I would just like to say that I had to wait an extra day to turn it in because it was just too convenient and too coincidental. I'm here today to talk to you about one of the oldest and most important industries in the world, something that's been around for over 10,000 years and was just made legal in our country in recent years. I'm talking to you about hemp, or industrial hemp, why it's so important, and why it is the future. So what is hemp? Well, hemp is a type of cannabis, which is the same plant that produces marijuana. A lot of people get hemp and marijuana confused because they come from the same plant, when in fact they are not the same thing. Marijuana produces THC, which gets you high. Hemp produces CBD, which has many healing properties. Hemp is not psychoactive and therefore is not a drug. Hemp, or industrial hemp, grows extremely quickly and easily and can be used and broken down for the production and manufacturing of an extremely wide variety of products and materials. Some of hemp's history, just to name a little bit, it was grown in the first American colonies as a popular cash crop. George Washington and Thomas Jefferson both grew it. The Declaration of Independence was written on hemp paper. It was used in the 1800s in a lot of textile mills for clothing, and it was a staple of our young developing nation. Hemp first became illegal when the U.S. passed the Marijuana Tax Act in 1937, outlawing marijuana and consequentially hemp, because hemp was also classified as a drug when it never should have been. 5 years later, when World War II started, the U.S. made hemp illegal for the short time in a campaign called Hemp for Victory, which was basically pushing states to produce hemp products for the war, such as parachutes, uniforms, and more. After the war ended, though, hemp became illegal again, and the Controlled Substances Act of 1970 continued its prohibition indefinitely. Let's talk about some of the politics behind hemp. Before 1883, 70 to 95% of all paper products were made for hemp. One of the reasons hemp has remained illegal in the U.S. is because it threatens and competes with so many industries in America, despite its many uses and few drawbacks. Because of this, hemp has been shut out, negatively perceived, and has been the topic of political debate for many, many years. Hemp can be used in over 25,000 products, but just to name a few, we have oils, shampoos, beauty and personal care products. Hemp is high and pure in fiber, protein, and vitamin C and can be used in a wide variety of foods. In fact, there is a hemp farm in Ithaca, New York, which breaks their hemp down into potato chips, and you can find those at Wegmans. In construction, hemp can be formed into flame-resistant concrete insulation, flame-retardant carpeting, and PVC pipes, just to name a few things. Hemp can also be used for its CBD extracts, yielding many natural remedies and medicines that rival pharmaceuticals. So now that you're tuned in to the endless utilities of hemp, I'd like to share with you one of the most interesting and one of the coolest hemp products that I know of. In 1941, Henry Ford and Ford Motor Company invented the very first hemp car. So the body of this car was made of a lightweight, compressed hemp plastic that is a lot like carbon fiber. Now, this plastic is, in modern times, stronger than steel and lighter than carbon fiber. And this car made by Ford also ran on hemp fuel. Hemp can be made into two different kinds of fuels, ethanol and biofuel. A lot of European car companies, such as BMW and Lotus, use hemp in their cars as well and have been for many years. So, why use hemp? Let's name a couple of reasons why it's so important. Hemp products are biodegradable, compostable, and recyclable. Hemp is an unlimited resource which can be grown and harvested in less than 100 days and is one of the strongest fibers on the planet, and it can be made into anything. The durability and sustainability of hemp will lead to less waste, far less deforestation, and longer-lasting, better quality products that are safer for consumption and better for the environment. In addition, we get more out of hemp than we do out of our current resources, and it's more cost effective. For instance, an acre of trees is not going to produce as much as an acre of hemp. You're just going to yield more resources from the 1 acre of hemp than you would from an acre of trees. Such a large, versatile market would stimulate the economy, it would create jobs, and it would revolutionize agriculture within the U.S. And, last but not least, we will become more resourceful and we'll adopt more efficient habits as human beings, and our environment will thank us for it by being cleaner and easier to live in. Thankfully, though, we are moving into the dawn of a new era. Since the Industrial Hemp Farming Act of 2015, states, state by state, have slowly passed legislation, and hemp has been legalized again slowly and ushered back into U.S. markets for growth and production. In fact, New York State was one of the first states to make it legal again. 2 years ago, though, the 2018 Farm Bill passed, which made hemp legal again in all of US for production and sales. In fact, now my friend Andrew and his family, who live in Knoxville, Tennessee, own their own hemp farm, and it is massive. They yield thousands and thousands of pounds of hemp every year. So one of the ways that you guys can make this even more popular and push it more into society is just by becoming more aware of its benefits, by becoming more educated on all that it has to offer, and by buying and using hemp products in your home. This one is especially important because by doing this, you're going to be creating a market for hemp, and you're also going to be sending the messages and encouraging businesses to put hemp in their products. We're going to make it a trend. So I hope that you know now all of the uses and the significance that hemp holds to ourselves, our planet, and our economy. Hemp, used alongside our modern technology, has virtually unlimited applications, so don't live in the past. Help the rest of the world push hemp into the future by remembering its importance, remembering that it's given to us by Mother Nature, and remembering the endless benefits that hemp has to offer.